Welcome, welcome, all, one and all, literally one and all. I'm making some notes real quick because I may have almost forgotten what I was going to talk about. Talk amongst yourselves. That's pretty much it. Aaron. Hola. Hello. It's cold in here. Can you see my... I don't think you can see my breath in the video. Oh, kinda. That's cold. It's 41. I have the heater running over here, so hopefully it's not too distracting. If it is, I don't know what to tell you. Stupid thing won't button. Cheap trash. It's cold. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too bad. Oh. So how's everyone doing? Throw in the comments how you're doing, where you're from, social security number, and also bank routing and bank account information. Or just do a, was it a super chat? Do a super chat. Oh man. Started using my storage. I need to figure out labeling. I'm not a graphic designer. I'll claim to fake a lot of things, and graphic designing is not one of them. Tried once, it was terrible. Won't do it again. This one is stuck. Alright. So, as y'all saw from the last video, I bought these little containers from a hardware store that was getting rid of them. They're for bolts and nuts and such. I'm using this one for sandpaper. So far, so good. I think it's actually working fairly well. It'll fit a whole pack of the Mirka, but it won't fit a whole pack of the 3M because it's too squishy, I guess. Velcro's better, I suppose. I don't know. But behind them fits some more back here. So far so good. We'll see. See how this works. If it doesn't work well for sandpaper, it'll at least work well for something else. Oh no, my water. One of these is full. Maybe not. One of these is full. Yeah, this one. This one's full. Aha. It does not have metric nuts in it, or bolts. But it does have all my screws. These are, I don't want to tip it too far, because, yeah, I don't want it all to flip out. These are all my short screws. So I figured I would, I guess, sort them by length, for the most part. These are 2-inch, 1.25 inch, 1.25 inch, and 1 inch, 1 inch, 1.25 inch. So, I don't know. Seems to work okay. I think some of these bins were too big, so I printed some smaller ones. That should fit in there just good. So, we'll see. I haven't tried them yet because, been busy. But, should work. It looks cool at least. A little cute. My hands have paint on them. I was painting today. These work pretty good too. These are like these giant bins. These suckers are big. But it holds the whole 1200 pack of Kreg screws in it. So, pretty cool. Drywall screws. See? Roofing nails. I don't even know why I have these roofing nails, honestly. I used them a long time ago and I haven't used them since. But I feel bad throwing out this many roofing nails. I also have a roofing nail gun, so like this doesn't even make sense really to have anymore because I have a nail gun that does this job, I guess. I don't know. Well, they're sitting right there for now. Bunch of galvanized nails. I have no idea what I need those for. But I know where they are now. So, pretty fun stuff. This is fun though. These storage boxes. Oh, it's over there still. I don't feel like getting it. But it works pretty good. I've still been just kind of going through all the nuts and bolts that I have and sorting them. I don't have like too many, but it's enough to like, I don't know. Finally ran out of MAP gas. So this is, well, this isn't actually MAP gas. It is MAP Pro, which isn't really MAP gas. It's like propane mixture that burns marginally hotter than propane, but it's like really a lot more expensive than propane. This used to be like true MAP gas whenever these were yellow, but not anymore. So it's pretty dumb. So don't buy these yellow ones, buy the blue ones because they're half the price and it's pretty much the same temperature than this. This is not what you think it is just because it's yellow. Unless you just want a yellow can. In that case, by all means, purchase it. Yeah, it actually turned me off. I did some upgrades, slight upgrades to the shop today. By upgrades, I mean making it slightly more livable. I got more propane for the propane heater because I was totally out. I also put this gasket material around the garage door to our shop. I think I'm going to put some insulation on the garage door too, but I haven't really fully decided on that. Mainly because I want to get insulation in all these walls first and get them covered. And also put sheetrock on the ceiling. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do sheetrock on the ceiling. I don't think I want to put OSB on the ceiling. I don't know. Y'all should let me know. What else did I had something else I was going to put on here and I totally forgot what it was. I think I have that. Okay, so this is the gasket material that I put on the garage door. I'm gonna definitely put this on our actual garage, on the house's garage doors as well though too, I think. It's a PVC material with like a little gasket flap attached to it. And it's working really good for the shop garage door. It's keeping a good amount of the draft out. I definitely noticed a difference as soon as I put it on. I just attached it with brad nails, and if I want to paint it or something like that, I can always do that. It's just PVC. It would be nice if it was like a wood product or something, in my opinion, or like hardy board, just because it's a little bit more resilient. I'm not entirely sure why they put this ridging on the backside. I'm sure someone knows, but I don't. And it was kind of dumb whenever I was nailing it, because if you hit just right, it will actually blow out on the backside of that because it just doesn't have any support behind it because it's just arched, just like that. So, pretty dumb. Aha. Comes in 9-foot lengths. I think it was like $10 each for each 9-foot piece. So, it's very flexible too. Went to the dump today. That was super awesome. The actual landfill, not the dump, so it smelled terrible, and I'm hoping that I didn't get any nails in my tires. But even though it sucked because it took like an hour just to dump everything because there was a bunch of like 18-wheelers of trash in front of me, it still was nice to get rid of a bunch of stuff and not have to ever see it again. It was literally just like rotten wood from that carport I was working on last week. If y'all are on Instagram, y'all would have seen that. It wasn't really video worthy, but it was helping out a good friend of ours. So pretty cool, but pretty cool to get rid of all that stuff and not have to see it again. Today was a pretty crazy day. It was a lot of running around, getting propane and the trash and everything like that taken care of, installing that weather stripping deal, and then I went over to a job site that I have going on right now, and I was painting doors. So that's why my hands covered in paint. I used the new Graco Quick Shot. That was super awesome. Really liked using it. It was a lot more beneficial than I expected it to be. It sprayed very similar to like the HVLP setup that I usually use. I used a fine finish, like the FFLP tip. And I don't have it in here because it's supposed to freeze tonight and you can't, like it has water in the pump. So don't want the pump to freeze and get damaged. But it has a like special tip for it, made it a lot easier, a lot more forgiving. And it sprayed, I was spraying Emerald, Sherwin-Williams Emerald Urethane paint, and it went on really well. So I was super satisfied with how that came out. Definitely looking forward to using that on the projects that I have slated for it. Definitely glad that I spent the money on it and glad that I was able to find a good deal on it because I got it for $600. And I don't know if you've looked, but those things are like $1,200 brand new. This one was used, but still in really good shape. And I'm definitely glad that I was able to pick it up for $600. So, X-Fasten tape is the product of the week, I guess you could say, that I like. This stuff comes in super handy for the shop. It is a double-sided tape. It has a structure to it similar to duct tape. I guess you can't really see it there, but it has reinforcement inside of it like duct tape, and it is super sticky. I use this for attaching doors and drawers rather, not doors. I use it for all these drawers down here on the workbench to temporarily attach them so that I can screw in from the back side. I also use this a ton for template routing. This is pretty much way easier than like the super glue and blue tape trick, whatever you want to call it. It's easier to work with than carpet tape, and it releases better, and it also is stickier than like your cheapo, 3M woodworking tape, or Avery, I think is what it is, woodworking tape, which is like zero padding, zero stickiness, not good at all. This stuff actually has pretty good stick to it. It does have, I don't know, like very marginal like squishiness to it, I guess, but it's more like a squishy sticky, not a squishy foamy. So this stuff's awesome. Definitely recommend it. It comes in a lot of different sizes. I think I bought a 3-pack of these sizes, which is like 95 feet or something like that, for $14 Really good to have. Also, the backer on it, this yellow backer, peels like really easy off of the actual tape. So definitely recommend that. Maybe I'll put a link later. I don't know. Future lives should be a little bit better, a little bit more organized, I suppose you could say. I'm going to try some different programming as well as some different setups for the camera and all. So kind of see how that goes, but learn a little bit every single time. Last live, I promised that we would talk about cabinet stuff. I haven't gotten the cabinet plywood in yet. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure I have some examples. Let me go look. No one can see that I'm not wearing hats. That doesn't work. Okay, so plywood wise for cabinetry. As you can see, this plywood is shiny. And that's because it's pre-finished plywood. This is considered UV one side because the other side doesn't have any finish on it. Hence the one side. But they apply a factory UV finish, like a polyurethane or whatever the crap you want to call it. And it is super durable. This stuff doesn't scratch or anything like that. And you don't have to worry about finishing it. So I use this for the insides of my cabinets because it is super slick. It's easy to cut and everything. You're not scratching it up in the process of using it, like running it through the table saw, running it through track saw, stuff like that. Doesn't scratch it or damage the finish. And it looks like a better product without you having to like spray finish or anything like that. Allows you to just finish face frames instead of a whole cabinet, stuff like that. It's got a nice sheen to it too. It's like a satin, I would say. It's not like super glossy. It's not super like matte or anything like that. Let's see. There it goes. Project ideas. What do you mean, project ideas? Project ideas for you? Project ideas for me? Because I just got a splinter. Ow. Got it. Project ideas for me, I have too many right now. So the last thing I need is more ideas, because I have a whole bunch of crap I gotta get done that there's only so many hours in the day. So, as far as for me, I'm pretty booked out at the moment. As far as for you, what do you like to do? Still got a little piece in there. Easier ones. Dang. Sorry, I'm pulling a splinter. So project ideas for you. I would recommend what you want to do. What do you want to do? That's the first question. I don't want to tell you make cutting boards if you absolutely hate cutting boards. Look at that. Look at that splinter. That sucker hurt. Alright. Splinter free now. So yeah, like what do you like to do? That's where I would start. I'd say I probably wouldn't even give you like a specific thing. I would say start with skill level, like how how skilled do you feel like you are? Do you want to stretch those wings? Do you want to do something that's just super easy in a day? That's going to kind of determine how big the project is and also how much time it takes. You don't want to try to build cabinets if you're trying to build cabinets in a day, because it's usually not going to look good, because especially if you're going to paint or stain or whatever you're going to do. Plus a lot of sanding, a lot of prep work, everything like that. If you just want to do something easy and it's just for you and you're just trying to like maybe try something a little different but not really care how it ends up, maybe do a shop project. Find like a joint that you really want to do and use that joint in a project in the shop. So that way if it sucks, if it fails, it doesn't matter, it's your shop furniture anyway. Who's gonna see it? Just throw it away or, you know, hide it with something else. It's just shop furniture. As long as it does what you want it to do, then who cares? As far as outside of that, like if you're really skilled and you want it to be like your piece, you know, like I want to show people photos of this, then, you know, that's not really an easy project. I wouldn't recommend it unless like you really want to stretch those wings. So, yeah, man, what do you want to do? Like outdoor furniture, indoor furniture, something that's permanent built-in, something that's, I don't know, like you want to try to mix media type of deal, like you want to do some welding and some woodworking. What, you know, answer those questions first is what I would say, like as far as project ideas. If you're just looking for like, I guess, direction to find a project, I would just start Googling stuff. I saw someone use, who was it, Keith Johnson, I guess, used AI to make a project rendering. And I've done that before. I haven't ever made anything from it, but like I've messed around with like, hey, what is, you know, live edge coffee table or something stupid like that. Kind of see what it comes up with. That's another option. I mean, if you're looking for just ideas on like something to make, maybe start with like an AI rendering or something like that. If you don't want to Google it, go like a more non-traditional way. I would go that way. He did a like bent lamination catch-all, you know, whatever cabinet thing, and it was pretty cool. I think he called it like an everyday carry cabinet or something like that. I didn't see a gun in there, so I can't tell you that it was everyday carry, but at least not in Texas. But yeah, that's always an option. How many of y'all have actually used AI for anything woodworking before? Let me know in the comments, because I'm curious. I've used like ChatGPT to like write stuff, or to like on the business side of things, I guess. And like I said, I've just kind of messed around with the AI photo generator, the image generator stuff, but I haven't really done anything with it outside of that. I don't know what I would use it for, but it's still pretty cool, I think, overall. I mean, we're that much closer to I Am Legend, and that's exciting. You better keep Will Smith's robot out your mouth. That's enough of that. So, another thing that we're doing on this new project, I talked pre-finished plywood. I guess before I get to this, the other thing I would say is, like, if you're doing face frames, then you should do like maple face frames versus poplar. See a lot of people using poplar. It's just a really soft wood and it dents really easily. So I would definitely recommend going. It's not even that much more expensive if you get paint grade maple. It's soft maple, but it's still harder than poplar, and that's what most people cabinet-wise will use. That's a really good option, so definitely recommend that. I think you would like really be appreciative of it in about 5 years, whenever, especially if you have kids or something that are, you know, banging into those cabinets or built-ins, that's just, it's gonna be so much better for you. Durability wise, it takes finish really well, takes paint really well. Let me grab, I got some doors that I ordered. I'll show you those. Okay, so door-wise, I order my doors for most of the projects, unless it's a project for me, or unless it's a super, like, help out someone, really low buck type deal, I'll make them sometimes. Most of the time I won't. I bought these, as you can see, they have fairly basic profile, but they have a pretty nice profile, I think. Something more than I would be able to do in the shop, unless I bought like dedicated router bits or something like that. Because you can see, like, because this is all cope and stick, I guess you would say. It's not mitered corners. You have to have that profile run all the way through, which means you have to have the negative for this side. So I think overall, if you look at these joints, they are nice and tight. Except for this one, this is damaged, which is why I have it right here to show you. Because I had to contact the company, because whenever they shipped the pallet over to us, it ended up damaged, and a couple of them, a couple of the doors were damaged as well. So they are luckily making that right and going to be sending us some new ones. But that's the negative side of it. If you end up ordering what you need and the project timeline doesn't, it's super tight, you may not end up, might be delayed because the doors come in damaged. So that's definitely a negative if you end up purchasing doors versus building them yourself. But again, that's a super specific profile to make this profile on the face. And that's a really nice joint. It's really tight. So you're not going to get that right off the bat. And most of the time we're having to set up, and if you're doing it in the shop, you have to set up your router table to make that joint. And every single time you're going to have to reset that just to, make some doors. So definitely recommend ordering them, at least starting out. If you plan on doing cabinets full time, then maybe then at that point you want to build them yourself. By all means, go for it. But this is the actual door. You can see same profile on there, on all the sides and the face. So these are maple with a maple center panel, and you can hear that panel's pretty tight in there, so you don't have to worry about them rattling or being super cheap or anything like that. And they're not 1/4-inch panels. These are actually thick. I think they use 3/8 if I remember correctly for the panel thickness. So it's really nice that they actually do that. It gives you a better quality door, a better quality product. So these are from the Cabinet Door Store, is where I ended up ordering these from. I've worked with them in the past, had really good luck with them. This is the first time I've ever had anything damaged from them, and it seems like they're doing right by getting it over to us. They were quick to take the call and tell us what we needed to do. So yeah, pretty cool. So that's like face frames and doors and all that stuff. We're doing lighting on this project as well. And we're doing LED lighting more specifically. So these are 24 volt LED strips They are, I think it's like, yeah, COB LEDs, which is like pretty much just saying it's like the output, I guess, like density of the LEDs on how tight they are packed. These have a lot of LEDs in this short little area. It also has this little diffuser strip on it, this yellow strip, which is another reason why, or a reason rather, why you can't see the LEDs specifically, but they are tightly packed in there. These are 480 LEDs per meter. They're IP20 non-waterproof. It doesn't matter, we're putting them inside. Warm white, which is 3000K, is what these are. 3000K is usually what I try to go with. It just gives all the wood tones and everything underneath it a nice warm color. But make sure your client wants that or doesn't want that. Figure out from there first. And these are 24 volt. CRI, which is color rating index, is 95 on these, at least what they claim they are. CRI is color rendering index. It just means how how colors are gonna look underneath this light. So a CRI 95 is like pretty high up there. 90 and above is usually what people recommend for like high quality jobs. Now it's Amazon, so at the end of the day, like, is it truly a CRI 95? I don't know. Is that light over there really 10,000 lumens? Probably not, you know, but these had really good ratings and reviews, so definitely gonna give them a shot. They are from Joylit, I guess is the company. There was a lot of people talking about these on Reddit that said that they were really good. So, giving those a shot. They weren't like cheap, but they're really not expensive. This really isn't like the expensive part of a build. I have 3 packs here. I think they were like 20 bucks each or something like that. And they're like, what did I say? They're 5 meters long. So they're, I mean, it's a pretty good amount of LEDs. The somewhat expensive part of that though, is you have the LEDs, but they run on 24 volts. The light that comes, or the electricity that comes out of your house is 120 volts. So you need one of these. This is, I don't know if you can see that or not, LED driver. So this is pretty much a transformer that goes from 120 volts AC power out the house to 24 volts, I believe DC. Yeah, 24 volts DC. This particular one is a hardwire setup, so this is going to be directly wired into the house, and then there's going to be wires coming out of this going down to the lights in the cabinetry. So there's different setups for like what this can handle. And a lot of people were saying pretty much for drivers that you want the driver to not be maxed out with your setup. So like I'm doing 3 strands of this, 1.5 strands per driver, wattage and everything like that. Pretty much like this is going to be at 2/3 of its capacity with the setup that I'm going to run. So it's not really even taxing this unit for its rating. 96 watts is what this one is. So by 3. I don't know if that means all 3 or not. I don't remember. But these are really good reviews. Again, don't remember the exact company that makes this. This also was off Amazon. But it feels hefty. And that means quality. Every time. That's why you pick up a brick and you're like, man, that's a nice brick. That's quality. So, yeah. Oh, and these are dimmable. So that's the other thing. You want these to be dimmable because the LEDs themselves, like if you're gonna use a dimmer switch, which I am in this case, you want to make sure your driver is dimmable as well as the LEDs being dimmable. I don't think the LEDs matter quite as much as this guy does. So, and then you want to also buy like the compatible switches. It'll sometimes say like what switches are compatible with this this setup or what this is compatible with, so definitely double check that stuff. All that is no good if you don't have anywhere to put those LEDs. They have double-sided tape on them, but if you just double-stick tape those LEDs underneath the cabinet, it's not gonna look very good, especially if you don't have LEDs that have like diffuser strips. Like these have diffuser strips. If it's just bare LEDs, it gives you a pretty harsh light. So you want these guys. This is a LED like diffuser strip for these guys. Which side is open? This side. Maybe not this side. This side. Aha. So this is a black strip of aluminum. You cut it to length. You can use your miter saw, whatever saw, to cut this because it is aluminum. And it has, you can see it's kind of like T-track, like for woodworking. But it's just channeled out so that your LEDs can fit inside here. And then this guy is going to fit inside here. See if I can get it on camera. The pressure is real. Okay, there we go. So this diffuser sits inside the aluminum channel, just like that. And that is what's going to diffuse your light and also make your LEDs look nice and tidy. So that is pretty much the whole setup for LEDs. So wiring from the transformer over to the LEDs. From the LEDs, they're going to be mounted in these channels. And you got some light. And then you look like a professional. Ah, you did LEDs? Wow. So, that's how that goes. That's pretty much it. People have been popping on and off this thing. 3 likes, 2 people on right now, supposedly. Oh, now 4. See? Popping on and off. It's crazy. Who has questions? Any questions? Anyone? Don't want to sit here and just talk to myself. That's what I've been doing this whole time. Only the finest of waters. Members mark. Right? Yeah. Sam's. We're Team Sam's. Mainly because we don't have a Costco near us. There's a lot of people that are all about that Costco life. We're not one of them just because it's not near us. But was it the... If like I think Sam's has it too, but like Costco has like a business center or whatever where you can like go and buy like a whole lamb or like half of a cow or whatever the crap they do there. It's pretty crazy. I want to go to one, but I think the nearest one's like an hour and a half from us or something like that, which I guess isn't really that far, but it's far enough to where I'm like, plus I don't have a membership, but also it's like, I don't need to spend money on that. That's what I'll tell myself. But yeah, Sam's. That's where I get all my paper towels to clean up this nasty shop. I need to trim the beard. It's getting too long. It's actually curling up. What is it curling up at? I don't know. It's just too long. I look homeless. Looking at myself right now. Need a shave. Not a shave. No one wants to see this bear. But I definitely need to trim it up. It's cold in here. What's it up to now? It's still at 41. That's how terrible this, like this guy over here, that thing's been ripping for like at least 40 minutes because it's been ripping the whole time I've been on the live. And it hasn't even gone up a degree in here. Oh, 41.1. Wow. Living the high life here. I was out here yesterday, and I had this guy ripping, and I was just kind of rotating between being in front of it and not being in front of it while I was sorting these nuts and stuff. And I could feel the cold, like, coming up through my boots, like, through the concrete, and it felt awful. So, it's pretty bad. But we did decide, my wife and me, that we were going to insulate this shop. There's a couple things that we need to fix as well, but I need to finish insulating it. You can kind of see over here that this wall is insulated, and that wall is insulated, but there's still 2 more walls that haven't been insulated yet. This one mainly because it's needs siding on the outside. All it has is plywood. And yeah, but yeah, need to fix that. Need to get that guy nice and tight so that we can maybe run some AC in here, maybe run some heat in here, because at this point it's almost like it costs you money if you're not able to be out here comfortably, and it just makes you not want to be out here, and then you're not working, and then you're not making progress on things. So that's it's on the short list now. I don't know if it'll be done within the next couple months or what, or if I'm just going to do a little bit at a time, if I'm going to make any video about it. I don't even know if anyone wants to see it, because like I'm not doing anything like super crazy, and that seems to be what everyone's doing now, is check out this super secret awesome hidden whatever in my shop. It's like, no one cares, just build the shop. But apparently people do care, because that's what everyone's making. So yeah. I'm liking these storage bins so far. It's working out pretty well. I just need, like I said at the beginning, like I need to put labels on them. I need to figure out a good label, like to make this look cool, but also make sense on like what it is inside. So that's on the to-do list, I guess, as well. Hopefully I can find someone that'll like make something for me, or I can figure it out, I guess. I don't know. Figured everything out this far. Might as well figure that out too. So, yeah. Well, if no one has any questions, I'm gonna go back inside where it's warm and probably figure out some labels. This week's gonna be really awesome. We have cabinet building going on this week. Hopefully I can knock it out pretty quick. I have more storage solution that I need to do in the shop. I need to patch up some holes and stuff in here as well. Before we do the installation, I definitely want that stuff sorted and done. So I will be doing that. Also have some more on-site work to do this week. But this is going to be a super busy grinding week. So hopefully I can get a Find a Joint Friday out this week, but if I don't, I don't. You know, we all gotta make money, and that's really where you gotta sink your time, is where you're making your money. So, but I really enjoy making them, and so I still want to try to make it this week. I just don't know what the reality is on being able to get that done, because I really don't like to just kind of slap them together. I like to actually like make them look good, be nice, and actually be, I guess, somewhat educational. The long form stuff anyway. Kind of gave up on the shorts. Those are just ads for the long ones. Apparently, that's what I've been told. So, see, there it is. There's that curl. Weird curls. I'm gonna go shave my beard. All right, I'm gonna sign off. Hope you guys are having an awesome Tuesday. I will see you guys next week. We are going to still do this every single week, every single Tuesday. I need to probably post them a little bit more ahead of time so more people know about it and all that. But we'll get there. Baby steps. At least we're on tonight. And I'll see you guys next week.